let me tell you the story of my worst PT session ever. Now, as of next month, R5 will have been in business for 8 years. I don't know where the time's gone. So I thought it was a great opportunity to tell you about my worst ever PT session, which was actually my first PT session. I was never gonna tell this story, but another coach convinced me, so here you are. As you can imagine, I'm absolutely over the moon. I got my first paying client. His name is Basil. Prior to starting, Basil tells me that he's playing five-a-side a couple of times a week, and he's also running a couple of times a week. And this was perfect. Someone who's got a great level of fitness, we can get straight into it. 10 minutes into our first session, we've done a couple of rounds of an agility circuit, and Basil starts telling me that he's not feeling particularly great. So I tell him that's normal, we are pushing things a little bit today. I then turn to my left, and I look at Basil, who is now on the floor, passed out. I then go towards Basil to put him in the recovery position, at which point he then spews his strawberry protein shake all over me. I'm thinking, you could not have made this up. My first ever PT session, the guy's on the floor, he's passed out in a pool of his own sick. Anyway, Basil eventually wakes up, he has no idea what's happened, and he confesses to me at that point that he hasn't done anything for at least 3 years. But I learned 2 really good lessons after this session. Number 1, no matter how fit, strong, flexible a client tells you they are, always do your own tests. Number 2, clients will always lie, whether it's about their food, their training, sticking to habits. The goal is to make them feel comfortable enough with you and trust you enough as a coach so they're always honest. Now, Basil actually moved back to Kuwait shortly after our program finished, but he was back over here, I think it was a couple of years ago now. And we met up and we had a good chat, and certainly a few laughs at what happened in that first session. So there was no love lost either end, thankfully.